What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. It's the 6th of May, and we are a little bit under an hour underway in this new day here. 23 hours and 5 minutes left. We've got some good things that happened yesterday, right? Nothing too crazy, but it might be a little bit more significant than it might seem. Here we are at $94,500 now, 23 hours, 4 minutes left. Yesterday we closed up 5% or 0.5%. I'm sorry, closing at $94,700. We're a little bit down today to start off the day, but what we did yesterday, though it seems like a rather insignificant day, less than average volume, it was actually somewhat significant. It could provide a significant area to bounce from. Being on the at the 60 level on the RSI, literally pinpoint accurate right there. With yesterday's green close, you got to bounce. Today, because you're red already to start the day, you're pointed downwards. So simply put, you're in a position here where you could drive back into the overbought zone. An overbought zone reading, getting out of it, bouncing off the 60 and then going higher. It's a very strong environment to be in, and that can promote some higher prices, like dramatically higher prices in a very short amount of time. But you need to close today green, right? That's the kind of stipulation there. You bounced yesterday, you have a bounce, but if you close today red, it's not a bounce. It was just a quick little bit of volatility, whatever. It was a stall before you started moving lower. And not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't get me confused here. The call is still to go down to $88,000. I very much do believe we're going to see prices down at about 88,000 or lower over the coming days. I think that it's going to happen this week, but we'll see. All I'm trying to say here by this, the significance of this is that while I've made that call, I don't know for how many days now, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, somewhere. It might have been this red day on the third, maybe it was this day on the second. I don't remember. But it's not about that. Just while we've been bearish here, and the likelihood has been growing that we go to 88K day by day. Yesterday made the likelihood go down that we go down there, right? So it's more likely today that we don't go down than it was yesterday. It's still more likely that we go down here. It's just less likely today than it was yesterday. Does that make sense? Instead of like, and this is not accurate what I'm about to say, but instead of like a 70% chance, now it's a 65% chance. You know what I mean? Like the likelihood that we achieve this area is lesser today because of what you did on the daily RSI bouncing off the 60 here. Now, if you want that to grow into something that makes the chance to go to $88,000 even lesser, to make the chance that we're going to go up higher and potentially even test new all-time highs, if you want that percentage likelihood to go up, you would want to get today to close green. You would want to confirm this bounce off the 60 and make it look like you're getting to the overbought zone. You're not out of the woods yet. You actually need to get into the overbought zone, because bouncing off the 60 and then rejecting the overbought zone is a whole nother mess in itself. But if you want any hope at all of moving up higher, I think today, if you want to prove me wrong, today needs to close green to at least have a leg to stand on. And ideally something that's bigger than yesterday, right? If you're building momentum, build momentum. Get some more volume in, move up more than 0.5%. That shouldn't be too hard, right? You didn't even have average volume yesterday. You not even 1% up. That shouldn't be too hard, man. 23 hours left in the day. We got a full damn day ahead of us. If we do move down, and I think that we will move down, you'll see the RSI probably come down to the 50 area, perhaps even the 60 area. Maybe we even get oversold. But those kind of readings down there in the RSI would definitely reflect readings that are around 88,000 or so, maybe even 85,000 or below that, right? Something in this area here. If we're looking at the relative fibs from a low to a high, once you break below about 91.8 thousand, is that the right fib to take? Yeah, $91.8 thousand. When you get below there, it's the likelihood that you go to 88,000 goes up a lot, tremendously. Okay, so if you hold this line, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, it's very unlikely that you hold 91.8 as support. But as long as you're holding that, as long as you're moving up today, even if you move down, there's still a glimmer of hope, I suppose. But likely you will break through this, and once you do, that essentially certifies that you are going to 88,000. It's incredibly rare to break below your 236, find support in between the 236 and the 382 without interacting with the 382 and then reversing, right? You don't normally do that. You would interact with the 382 and then reverse. That's kind of how you do it normally, and it makes sense because it's also at a prior area of resistance, prior areas of support going on back here, and prior turbulence right back there. If we're looking at this here, and I very much do believe, guys, we're weeks away from new all-time highs for Bitcoin and for crypto, for everything. It's gonna be a good month in May. Okay, we just got a couple of days ahead of us that are gonna be red. If I had an ideal outcome actually for how the next couple of days would look, I would hope that we just, I mean, ideally, let's just pump through the roof. Let's go. But an ideal outcome for this drop, I would hope that it just happens. We just get it done with today and tomorrow, right? Get it done with. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Get it done with, and then we can spend the rest of the week, rest of the month recovering, right? Moving higher. Probably won't be a straight line, but you get the point, right? The sooner we get this done with, the sooner we check back for support at prior resistance, the sooner we can start recovering. If this turns out to be like a multi-week, just drawn out thing, or like something like we did back here in this exact same price area, the month of May is going to be a waste, guys, and that would just be sad. We might need a catalyst to move us up higher. And on that note, I think we actually do have a catalyst coming up today, the 6th, and tomorrow, the 7th. If you're in the Western Hemisphere, you're in the United States, North America, South America, wherever you are in the Pacific Islands, it is still the 5th for you today. So when I say tomorrow being the 7th, tomorrow is actually the 6th for you, right? I guess how I should say this is tomorrow for me, because I'm in the United States, tomorrow for me is the 6th. We have the FOMC meeting coming up, and I believe that on the 7th is whenever they're going to identify or address what the rate changes will be, the interest rate changes, if any at all. Let's just see here. FOMC, when will interest rates be discussed at the FOMC meeting? Tomorrow, the 6th, or the next day? Not dat. The next dat. The next day. Let's see here. They'll probably talk about it tomorrow. I feel like they're supposed to talk about it the next day, but they always talk about it. Like they give you hints, you know what I mean? Because that's on people's minds. Interest rates will be discussed over both days. Okay, both days. So we'll know tomorrow. Wow, guys. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day then. Today, the next 20 the next 20 hours are going to be interesting then. We'll see. We normally do get some volatility on days like this, so if we pump, don't get too excited. That doesn't mean that we're going to close the day green. Really wait for that day to close, right? Wait for that. If we dump, same thing. Don't get too excited. It doesn't mean that we have to move down, but this could be a catalyst for directional shift one way or another. I think that the interest rates are going to come down, and that'll be bullishly received. Oftentimes, though, you buy the hype and you sell the news, right? We knew that the FOMC meeting was today. Buy the hype, sell the news, right? If it's good news. And then we'll probably come up, why is it dropping? I thought the interest rate's going down. You're going to hear people say this. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if things go the way that I think they're going to go, and they don't have to. I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. We've been on a hot streak lately, but that all good things come to an end. And I feel like every time I say we've been on a hot streak, that's exactly when it ends. So with that being said, what was I saying, man? Oh yeah, this is what I'm expecting to happen over the coming days, is that we'll drop today / tomorrow on the 6th or the 7th, whenever the FOMC meeting is being had over the next 2 days. They will talk about dropping interest rates. It's going to seem very dovish. It's going to be a good thing, and the price will still drop. People are going to be like, what the hell? Why is this a bad thing? Why is crypto broken? Like, are we screwed? And then as soon as people are like, what the hell? Because we're going to be down here, that's when we pump. We're just selling the news. That's all it is, guys. It's just a psychological game. It's just there to mess with you. The markets are not here. They're not your friends. They're not here to help you make money. They're here to help you give money to the people who know what they're doing. That's what it is. So if you're just aware of the dynamics, you'll be fine. And one way or another, it's if they drop the rates, even if we drop over a couple of days, over the coming weeks, over the coming months, it's going to have a bullish effect on the markets, on the world as a whole, right? So I very much do expect, regardless of what happens, move sideways for a year, move up immediately, move down and then up. I think that's what we're going to do. But regardless of what happens, inevitably we are going to move higher. This is Bitcoin, this is crypto, and we are going to move higher. The bull market is not done, not anywhere near done at all, you guys. And I very much do believe, sitting here at $94.5 thousand by the end of the month of May, we will see prices that are around 130 to 140,000, something like this. Okay, I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.